What's going on, YouTube gang? It's Mellow DFS coming to you live and direct. Here to give you my favorite plays for today's 7-game main slate. Today is the 25th of February. Hope everybody's having an amazing one. Feel free to like the video. Please subscribe if you're new or supporting the channel. I appreciate the love. Press that bell icon so always stay notified for new videos. Let's jump right into it. Going with the point guard slot for today. De'Aaron Fox is that top guy in this play. You know, I just like the spot here for him. Just 78 on FanDuel, 76 on DraftKings, 37.8 projection play here. So it was a good spot overall. Just like the play, 36-44 in the last two against Golden State. Really have nobody to guard him. He's obviously the fastest guy on the court. You know, he's one of those guys that can definitely do some damage in this play here. All right, check out the pace. It's a 98.7 to Golden State's 100.6. So it's a favor and pace for him as well in this game. So I can see that 35-40 fantasy point game against them in this matchup for today, averaging 30% usage on the court as well. All right, so something you can consider. All right, looking to our shooting guards. All right, now going to the shooting guard side of things. Now, I like Marcus Smart, obviously. I mean, you could put him in the point guard on DraftKings, but he's 61 on DraftKings. It's more, to me, is more, not more of a upside in that play, but on DraftKings 5,300. Sign me up at this play, knowing Kemba Walker's out. He gets a bump going into the starting line, and he does well when Walker's out. You know, he had 31, 30, 49 the last 3 games, 33 last game against Portland. He even had a 43 against Portland. And so something to consider here, knowing the upside in this play, as Portland's 22nd overall against the position, 26 in defense. So something you could consider here. Now, two guys I'm looking into. You know, you got Buddy Hield and you got Bogdanovic. You know, I like Hield, but he's one of those guys that you really don't know what he's gonna do. You know, he had that dud last game. You know, he had a 12 fantasy point game last game, but he has done well in previous games. So it's one of those games where he might be lower owned, but he had a great game against Golden State. You know, he has 32, 33, 31, 44. You know, he has great floor against Golden State. It's one of those games you could definitely target. He's 5,800, so on FanDuel is a good spot. Now 66 on DraftKings is iffy. You know, you even got Bogdanovic. You know, he's cheaper. You know, he's 4,400 on FanDuel. We're looking at 5,600 on DraftKings, so you got a cheaper play here. And it's another good spot. Now, he had a good play as well against Golden State. You know, he was out last game. That's the reason why Buddy Hield had a 32 fantasy point game last time they played Golden State. But he had a 36, 30, 43 in the last 3 games against Golden State. So he had a 32 recently. So it's one of those games where you can definitely target him at a lower owned play. He's going to be cheap. So something to consider here with Bogdanovic, as hopefully he just do well. You know, he's in a good spot. The 28th against shooting guards. Good spot for Bogdanovic and Buddy Hield, but I just like the price tag more so on Bogdanovic. All right, so something to consider. Let's go to our next spot at small forwards. All right, got LeBron James, obviously a great play. Like I said before, 239.5 is a great high total, man. So you know the ball is going to be generated with him and AD in the mix. So good spot for him. He's 10,200 on FanDuel, but you're looking at 10,700. You only need around 50 fantasy points to get upside, which he can do. You know, he had that 53 last time, 56, 62, 64. That was more so when he was in the other squad, but great play. You know, he has great upside in the last 2 games this year, you know, playing against them. So something you could consider here, knowing that he's going to give you value with this price tag. But if you want to pivot from him and go to like a Jaylen Brown, 6,200 on FanDuel, 66 on DraftKings, knowing that he balls out without Walker as well, it's a good spot for him against Portland. You know, he had 38, 40 in the last 2 games. So something to consider here with Jaylen Brown, even TJ Warren. You know, he's 5,900. He's 62 on DraftKings. Knowing that Depot is questionable, he's more likely out. You got Lamb out. So if Depot's out, man, he gets a crazy bump in usage. Him and Brogdon. So one of those 2 guys that could definitely go off. So it's a good spot for TJ Warren if Depot's out, but you can see he has some upside. You know, he did come off that 49, 55 in the last 3 games. He does had a 52 last game, 49 in the last 3 against Charlotte. So something to consider here, knowing the upside with TJ Warren. More likely going to be lower owned. So good spot for him to definitely target in your lines for today. Another guy you can also look into is also Harrison Barnes, going against one of his former teams with Golden State. He's 55K on FanDuel, 53 on DraftKings, and he shows some upside. He has a good floor. You know, there's a good floor against them. He's been on a roll in the last 5 games, giving you at least 30 plus in the last 5 games. So something to consider here with Harrison Barnes. Definitely gonna be a lower owned play today. So you go also look into that. Now I got a little dart throw with Juan Toscano Anderson. All right, he's been on a roll in the last 2 games at home, y'all. 38-32 in the last 2 games. Now he's playing Sacramento at home. He's only 4K. He's 41 on DraftKings. Nice good spot here, knowing that he's been balling in the last 2 home games. So he's back at home once again. Great play if you want to look at him as a low dart spot. A lot of people might not be looking at him, so good spot for him. Let's look into our power forwards for today. AD's in a great play. Mr. AKA GTD. You already know how that is. 10,600 on FanDuel, 10,300 on DraftKings. Sign me up at this play. He's been balling the last 2 games. All right, this season against them. 72-63. Easily crushing value. Great spot for him. The 25th against the position. Great spot, man. He's averaging 30% usage. He had 37% usage in the last 2 games, y'all. So he's been dominating, and he's going against, Zion. He don't want no smoke with him. So good spot for him in his play. All right, you got Jason Tatum. A lot of people want to target him, especially without Kemba. But for me, Kemba has to be out. Brown has to be out for me to get to this play. He's 8,800 on both platforms. Going against Portland, he only had a 42 out of the last 4 games against Portland with some upside, but he has been crushing lately. He had a 57, a 50, a 53 in the last 4 games. So something you could consider here. For me, I don't really see much upside. But if you want to target him, he's in a good spot. Now, for me, I'm gonna go to the Domantas Sabonis. To me, that's a great play, especially with the price tag. It's cheaper. On FanDuel, he's cheaper, but on DraftKings, I might pivot to more of a Tatum play. But he's 8,300 on FanDuel. He's 91 on DraftKings, in a good spot. You already know Charlotte is probably the worst team against power forwards, and a great play. He had a 50 last time against Charlotte. He does get a bump without Lamb in the mix, and Depot's out. If he's out, then another good spot for him. So something you could consider here, knowing the upside, especially on FanDuel. All right. Another guy you could look into will be Paul Millsap. I definitely love this play against Detroit. Now, he's only 5,300 on FanDuel, but he is 51 on DraftKings. Too cheap. He's been balling recently, y'all, so definitely take a look at this play. He does have a 36 last time he played Detroit. 41, 44, 31 in the last 5 games. So something to consider here with Paul Millsap. He also plays better when they're even favored, so he could get some more time. He could dominate and pass this price tag. He'd give you that 35 plus in this play for today. So I love that play for him. You got Serge Ibaka. You already know how it is. Even Marcus Gasol still out. He's still in a good play for today. He's been doing well with his price tag. 35, 23, 46 in the last 3 games. He did have upside with a 38 fantasy point game in the last 4 against Milwaukee. So something to consider here. He's 66 on FanDuel, but 65 on DraftKings. But I'm more likely going to pivot to like a Paul Millsap. Daniel Theis is in a good spot here. He's 49 on DraftKings. It's something I would like in this play, knowing how he will be started as center, and he also got the privilege to be as power forward on DraftKings. So it's a good spot for Daniel Theis here. Recently, Enes Kanter hasn't been getting minutes on the court. He's only been averaging less than 8 minutes on the court. So Daniel Theis could definitely pay this price tag at 4,900 on DraftKings. Like this play for him. Even 5K on FanDuel. If you want to go to some savings in that spot, Daniel Theis is in a good play. All right, let's look into our last play at center. All right, now last play I'm gonna go to is Miles Turner. I like this play a lot. He's 5K on DraftKings, 58 on FanDuel. Still a good spot, knowing the upside against Charlotte, worst team in the front court. So should do well in this play. 36, 43 in the last 2, 47, 39. He has great floor, easily surpassing his price tag in this play. So I love this spot for him. He has been doing well in the last 5 as well. He had a 37 and 38 in the last 5 games. So it shows potential what he could do in this game. So like this play. You got Steven Adams as well against Chicago. I mean, I think Wendell's now out. Who else is probably out? There's a lot of guys that just now stated that out. Otto Porter went back out. Cornette, I think, is out again. So this team is beat it up. So Steven Adams is in a great play. He has a good spot here. He had a 23, 37, 38. He also has a good floor. He'd give you that 30 plus, but with that price tag at 6,500, 67, he better give you 35, at least 40 in this play. But I like Miles Turner at 5K, knowing the upside he could give in the spot. So those are the plays I'm looking at for today, y'all. Like the plays, give a thumbs up. Any questions or concerns with your lines, comment below. Using Draft Dashboard tools, any link in my description. You want access to my player pool, click the link. Get access to the NBA cheat sheet, give you best plays of the slate, your sleepers and your studs. Click to watch players, get access to your player pool. You'll see watch Mills DFS picks button up top for either FanDuel or DraftKings, y'all. So also click on your lineup optimizer, generate quality lineups, and you also have access to the GPP or cash selection for your games, y'all. So definitely check that out. And that's it, y'all. So I love y'all. Y'all collect that bag for today. It's Mellow DFS, and y'all stay blessed. See y'all in the next video.